Mm.
Save the day. I want the world to know my name before I fade away. I wanna be the hero. 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 On a dark night, best bet that I'd be feeling myself. Show up naked wearing a mask, cape, and utility belt. No humility felt. I'd have a huge wang. Orangutan, dang-a-lang, baby, I'd be Bruce Wayne. Bumping Wu-Tang, rolling in the Batmobile. I'd have abs of steel, golden age, mass appeal. But that's unreal, I ain't fitting in a bad suit. I'm just some fat dude losing fights to fast food. That's a fact, true. I'm unimportant, I never had a chance. I wasn't orphaned, I blame my parents, they were never even mega rich. I wanna be the Batman, instead I'm just a basic bitch. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want the world to know my name before I fade away. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want a mansion and a manslave. I wanna walk around naked in my bat cave. Feels bad, man, feels real bad, man. Every day I wake up wishing I was the Batman. I got dreams of stopping schemes in Gotham City. Fight a half crazy cat lady with awesome titties. Talking pretty with a Joker and his do or die broad. Think I'd rather run and hide than join a suicide squad. I'm a supersized slob. I ain't solving mysteries. Slurpees hurt my brain. I ain't stopping Mr. Freeze. Got no victories, you aren't gonna find them. I'd probably piss my pants inside of Arkham Asylum. If I was hardened, I'd fight them. All of the villains, it's not cowardice, I'm powerless. How would I kill them? Face it, I'm basic, this always was a stupid plan. I'm just a scrub, I'm no Superman. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want the world to know my name before I fade away. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want a mansion and a manslave. I wanna walk around naked in my bat cave. Feels bad, man, feels real bad, man. Every day I wake up wishing I was the Batman. I want a crime fight in the limelight. It's that simple. Instead of giving chicks my digits, I'd give them a bat signal. They shine it in the night sky. I'd fly by doing bad things in the Batwing. Join the Mile High, but why try? On the first mission I'd crash. At best I'm the Penguin, tossing fish in that ass. Listen, I'm trash, I'm regular plain. I don't even do a very good impression of Bane. It's insane, I'm no Bruce Wayne, I'm just me. I'll never be the man I really wanted to be. No life full of danger, just full of excuses. I wanna be the Batman, Batman never loses. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want the world to know my name before I fade away. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I wanna be the hero, I wanna save the day. I want a mansion and a manslave. I wanna walk around naked in my bat cave. Feels bad, man, feels real bad, man. Every day I wake up wishing I was the Batman.
Batman. Na 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 na. Did the Funko close down, True Senpai? I'm seeing a RIP Funko. Did Funko close? I didn't know that. That's sad if that's true. That's sad if true. How's everybody doing tonight? We are live. We just finished up a very early episode of Drunken Peasants, and rather than get up, stand up for my rights, I stayed sitting, and I'm going to live stream for you guys for a little bit. Where do they move their headquarters, True Senpai? I really want to know. Oh. I really want to say I love you so. I really want to know. Oh. Someone asked me what my Cash App was. The problem with that is I don't have one. And I'm currently downloading a Cash App, which I think might piss me off. I don't. This is like the 9th time someone's asked me if I had a Cash App, so I figure I should get one, but I don't even know how to use it. I'm pretty sure anybody who gives me money on Cash App is going to piss me off because I won't be able to access it because I don't know anything about Cash App, and that could just be my that could just be me with my anxiety problems, thinking that it's so hard to use Cash App when really it's not. But I don't know. These are just things I don't actually know. My B-Day's on Friday. If anybody wants to give donos for my B-Day, that'd be awesome because I don't have no money to party. I spent my party money on some magic cards. Oops. I think I might have a Cash App in 10 seconds. No, definitely not 10. I'm fucking old. I can't count. I don't know things. Worst day of my life, right here, right now, because I wasn't prepared for this. Oh, yeah. Add your account number, routing number. What's my motherfucking name? I think I'm getting it right now, but I literally won't know because I'm still typing in the info. All stuff I should have done before we went live, but I read it in the chat while the music was playing. How much pounds do I weigh? A lot. A whole damn lot. I'm thick. Damn, dude. Billy the Fridge Cash App is unavailable. Oh, what the fuck, dude? They're all unavailable. Everybody stole my Cash App tags, dude. Oh my God, my Cash App is Cash App Billy the... How do you spell frigid? I think this all sucks. Everything about this sucks. This all sucks. This is what happens when you don't get a Cash App soon enough. Somebody take your Cash App. They take your Cash App from you. Sheesh. Yeah, my Cash App, my cash tag. This is the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe it's fucking... My Cash App is not Billy the Fridge. It's my cash tag. It's not Billy the Fridge. Fucking hate my life. Why didn't I just get a Cash App 28 years ago? The hell is wrong with me? Sorry, guys. I'm having an existential crisis over a fucking app. I'm kidding, obviously. Not Billy the Fridge, Zed. That is correct, yeah. Trying to copy the cash tag here. Your unique name for getting paid is... Sorry, I was holding it steady, but then I sneezed. My whole life, dude, my whole life is a joke. What is this? Would you... Never mind, it's not gonna... It's just hashtag not Billy the Fridge. Sheesh, dude. Sheesh. Sheesh. Thank you for the happy early birthdays. You guys want to see something? This is this $20 bill, or half thereof, has been in my wallet for like 4 or 5 years. The other half, I ripped this in half, and I gave the other half to McJuggernuggets. And he said he would keep it forever. I don't know if he kept it forever, but I still haven't lost this half. Good times. What's Paul doing on my backdrop? Asking if things are real or fake. Let's see if I click it, what happens.
Hey, welcome everyone.
Could you guys keep Paul in check while I'm gone?
Oh.
Uh-oh. So it's me when I'm on Drunken Peasants for the first time. That's what that was. Uh-oh. 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 And now, let's see. Should we get into the mind control? Or should we get into... Dee-doo. Hey, Akus, what's up? Let's get into the... Is that the one? That's not the one. Tears coming round thy bend. Have you guys done... I tried to do Chris Chan in the courtroom. It sucked. Have you used Midjourney? Are you guys ready to try and make some deviant art? What should we try and make first? This supreme artistry as done by robots. Give me some ideas in the chat and we'll try and make something. I copied all this stuff here to get a certain look because I like the look. But do something with this look real quick. You send me money? Zed, thank you for the money. I appreciate that very much. Oh, good times. Yeah, thank you, Zed. Accepted. I'm gonna set you a little heart. Thank you. A dog that's a hot dog? Let's go for a dog that's a hot dog. A dog that is a hot dog. Let's see what happens. Do. Some of this stuff is really fun. Some of this stuff is big time WTF. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, Zed. I'm looking right now. The AI is starting to build. I don't know. Maybe we should have been a little more accurate with what a dog is. Why is Keeman Scarce not uploading? I don't know. There might not be enough news. Keem usually uploads whenever there's news. Didn't know if Scarce has been uploading lately. Thank you, JD Wallace, for the happy birthday. I'm immediately starting to get sneezes since I started the stream, and that bothers me. I don't want. I think it's allergies. So I'm gonna look at this. This is trash. Their idea of a dog that is a hot dog is doo-doo baby. More Nikocado has uploaded a new video since 2 days ago that's 2,900 QQ views. That's pretty good. Yeah, I probably should have put a wiener dog. I got an idea. Let's see this. Let's try this. See what happens right here. Let's see what sort of art we can make. The Funko headquarters selfie. Where are they moving Funko to? Transfer to bank in the Cash App. Get him in the Cash App. Take a cat nap. Young Bill Fridge about to fap that. Clap back. I'll have to learn how to use this. Probably when I'm off, but thank you. Whoa. What's up, Fixo? How you doing? I tried to do Nikocado Avocado eating the planet Earth, and this shit's not coming up with Nikocado Avocado. I think you give too many commands, and it gets all thrown off. Because this does, like, they're giving me an avocado, right? It's kind of a cool looking picture, what we've got here. But like this is not, this little morbid avocado looks kind of chill though. I kind of like the way this looks. Will these be NFTs? No. Cheers. I wonder. The Nikocado avocado is giving me avocados, right? Maybe I should go. Let's get Nikocado avocado off. Let's go for a crying Antifa. Maybe we can get like an epic end of the world crying Antifa picture we could use to put on our yearbook covers. I have no idea if it knows what Nicocado's butthole looks like, but I feel like I can't even ask it that. Mid-Journey has to be, oh my God, this looks bad. Whatever this is going to turn into looks scary down here. You have to keep Mid-Journey PG-13. I think we're about to see a freaking devil angel here. This does not look good at all. I try, but I can't hold on. Mukbang with Nikocado. He could eat your donut chain for you. I would love to do a mukbang with Nikocado avocado. What is this, a pool of blood here? They won't even allow man nipple. You can't type nipple. If you try and get around the ban, you go to jail or hell. This is a very sad image right here. This is so sad. This is a sad picture. I think I'm gonna get this big face one, and let's go high on it, okay? You're doing me a tubal. Prove it. Miku smoking crack. Sounds pretty fun. Let's see what happens with this photograph here. I'm just over here burning the rest of my account money I have. I didn't get the fucking $30 account, and I've already had to re-up twice on $5 re-ups. I should have just got the $30 account. I'm dumb as shit. I didn't think I'd be playing with this so much, but it's fun. Jake Paul for you page home, sexy, and he knows it. I should type that in. I don't think they'll let sexy play through. I'm a sweet boy. Look at this sad little golem right here. 74% finished. Hatsune Miku has a Domino's pizza commercial way back in Japan. Oh, no. Oh, no. Who's a good Amaranth? Let's do something with Amaranth, right? Hey, what's up, Kareem TV? How you doing? I know Kevin too. I'm currently in the process of writing new musica. I want new music. I figured my next album, the entire album, is going to be me manifesting. Each song is going to be me manifesting something I want. It's like one song will be about like washing behind my ears because I want to start doing that. One song will be about me playing Magic cards with Post Malone. One song will be about like me performing the song for you and you being every fan I have because I just want to go travel and do live shows again. And then the album will suck and it will show what an egomaniac I am. But if the power of positive manifesting exists, I'll become everything I said I would be, right? Look at this picture. That's a pretty cute little pic right there. That's a pretty cute little picture. I like how the emotion gets showed on this. Stealing Home Depot Karen shtick? Hell yeah. I don't give a F about that. Look at that. That right there is beautiful art. All right. I'm going to go into the Midjourney server. I'm going to go into one of their image servers. I'm going to scoot around and see what people are doing with styles. I'm going to try and rip. What's this? This one looks that's kind of weird. Slimy, wet, screaming human animal hybrid fetus rising from pool of green liquid, octane render, photorealistic. Lego portrait. Okay, this is wild. Hey!
Vecnazimp donated $10. Party like a vegan NNNU stinky beautiful fridge man.
Oh, thank you, Vecnazimp. Appreciate you very much. Party like a rock star. Thank you for sending monies to my birthday fund. This shit looks kind of dope. I like this a lot. It's crazy how what the look at that. That's tight. Day of the day. I'm gonna steal this, okay? I'm gonna steal this style. And let's do something with this style. All right. Imagine. You have to do the imagine prompt. It's very important. Let's see. It's intricate, yeah. All right, let's see what happens. Amaranth at a Chinese buffet, 4K, Unreal Engine, CGI cinematic shot, intricate details, hyper maximalist, hyper intricate, hyper detailed, volumetric lighting, epic photorealistic AR 16.9 Q2. Let's see if we can get Amaranth at a Chinese buffet. See how good they make Amaranth at a Chinese buffet look. Oh my God, this does not look good at all. You're trying 8-face horse. That Q2. I should sacrifice a virgin like in Jennifer's body. Buddy. AR-16 is way better than AR-15. Bang, bang, booty butt gang. You see this amaranth picture here? Does it look weird as hell? Oh, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. Damn, 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 damn. Based on a true event, crazy metalheads in a band killed and banged a girl's body for the course of a month to become a better band. What? That's what Jennifer's Body is about? Are you serious? It's based on a true event? That's not good. I've never seen that movie. Yeah, did it help? Is the band better? This picture looks pretty beautiful. You should do Billy the Fridge as a fridge. I know the AI doesn't recognize me, though. Maybe if I type in Seattle rapper Billy the Fridge donut and see what happens. If I get really specific. I think what I just did with this amaranth at a Chinese buffet gimmick, I think I just made an AI girlfriend. Is that weird? Is that supposed to be her in the background here? This is a pretty interesting little design that came out of here. This girl standing at the buffet. I don't think any of these are worth blowing up, but this kind of looks cool. I like the way that looks. They got arrested. Good. Megan Fox is Jennifer's Body. That's the only thing I remember about Jennifer's Body. I never saw the movie. True Senpai gonna fap to this. We just created Buffet Girl. If anybody wants to date Buffet Girl, she can be your girlfriend right now. You can print out a picture of her, put it in your wallet, and tell everybody that she lives in Canada. Like, this is my girlfriend. She lives in Canada. And they'll look at this and be like, oh, she's pretty good eater. Sonic the Hedgehog movie is coming soon. A third one? Vecna Simp says, fun fact, I ducked a man who fucked MJK. You mean MGK? Machine Gun Kelly? The guy had sex with Machine Gun Kelly? Seth looks says, I've made a few pictures of you by name. Really? Does it work, Seth? What? I want to see that Sonichu movie. We all need a buffet girl, right, NEV? Right? MGK had sex with a dude, and you know that? Dude, you can't spread that. That's outing somebody, isn't it? I don't know. I like the look of that. So I'm going to use the same design. I'm going to type in imagine Seattle. I don't know. Should I just use Billy the Fridge on its own? Billy the Fridge donut? Or Billy the Fridge? I'm just trying not to get too donut. I feel like this is going to fuck everything up, but let's just take a look and see what happens. Oh, he fucked MGK. He had sex with MGK's ex-girlfriend. You know how many ex-girlfriends MGK has had? See, you made a mistake and you made MGK look like he's secretly gay. I fucked up when I put Neon Donut in it. I'm just going to put Billy the Fridge and see what happens when I just put Billy the Fridge. Because I fucked up. But I am interested in looking at what this Neon Donut's going to look like. It looks like a fucking peach with a shotgun shell blopped into it. Oh, that sounds good. Reality check. Carne asada. That sounds bomb. Are you drinking a carne asada Corona combo right now? Where is Puget Sound Taqueria Company? All you can eat, baby. Seth Looks is tweeting a pic he made. See, this is not working. What the fuck is this? I don't know what this is, but I kind of want to live in this world. And this one is just a refrigerator. Maybe it's the room I'm using. I like the way this cinematic looks, though. What's up, Ruby Jules? How you doing? What's your vice besides food? Probably I don't know, like human connection? Does that count as a vice? I probably abuse that. You and me and the bottle makes 3 tonight. Uve. Let me see if I can find. Let's go to a random general room. See what other people are doing. Get some inspiration. What the fuck is this? It's good to put other people's art styles in. You get like new styles. Watch out for the tiger. Let me open up the one that Seth Looks sent. Come on in, tell me how you're doing. Oh, Seth Looks did a Lego minifig. You just typed in Billy the Fridge for this? Lego minifig Billy the Fridge. So let's get, let me see if I can pop this little 2D over on the drip. All right. Now if I pop open this, we go to tubes. So this is what Seth Looks did. He typed in Lego minifig Billy the Fridge. I'm going to try and type that one in too and see if it comes out like that. Typing in Lego minifig Billy the Fridge to see if we get a similar outcome. It's the thrill of the fight. Oh, where did Dick's is a restaurant in Seattle. Did Airsoft Fatty release that video on Instagram? I actually have some Airsoft Fatty videos on my phone from when we hung out the other night. Remember the time when Scarce went out with Zoe Berger that you lost my shit? Yeah, I was fucking... She left me for Scarce. Pissed me the fuck off. See, this looks nothing like Billy the Fridge, does it? What the fuck is kratom? It's a, is it an opiate? It's an opiate-like herb. Why is one of them come back looking like Walter White? This one here actually is kind of like me, though. This little fucking... That's weird. This one looks like Walter White with his hands and face melted off in a meth accident. This one kind of gets me. You hear Airsoft Fatty has a huge dong? You might not be the only one that heard that. Airsoft Fatty and I were driving around Seattle, and I took Airsoft Fatty down. I'm going to do a variation on this, too. I took Airsoft Fatty down to where all the prostitutes are to show them off the gritty side of Seattle. And we got up to the Chick-fil-A, and 2 prostitutes came and flanked the car. They took my window. They took Airsoft Fatty's window. And they were like, "You boys looking for some sex?" And I'm like, no. And then Airsoft Fatty didn't really say much. And the girl's like, now she's thinking she could pitch to Airsoft Fatty. And she was trying so hard to bang Airsoft Fatty. But Airsoft Fatty was like, nah, I'm good. She wanted it, though. She wanted that PF Chang's. You know what I'm saying? Zed says, I fucked my boss at PF Chang's I worked at, and he told all the staff that I did. Did you get him fired? It's fucked up. What's up, Casey May? How you doing? Good to see you. Zed said, but he told all my friends I had a huge dick, and I was happy about it. There you go. It balances out. Look at these little minifig duties. That kind of looks like a weird version of me, right? But that's what happens when I put in Billy the Fridge minifig. I don't know. It probably AI learns what I usually make, huh? Is that why mine's so much different than yours? Does it learn my preferences too? A little TMI needs a chain. I know it's so hard to make something with a chain donut. Let me go back here. Let's see if anybody's making jewelry content so I can steal their plug-ons. The future of humanity, stylized 600,000, stylized 1,000. What is this shit? Well, this actually looks tight. Kind of like that style. Whatever the hell these are. That's a cool looking look right there. Oh, look at this little creature. Look at that little creature. Oh, President Trump getting eaten up by his own lies? That's fucked. What's this little bodybuilder with the head of a raccoon? What? How'd you know I wanted to see that today? Oh my God, one of them is a head of a raccoon on a fucking table. Morbid. Hey, I don't care about that type of shit. King Kong. Interesting. That's wild. I don't know, man. Oh, Bigfoot trail cam footage, just random seeing a Bigfoot. I have a theory that all of these images come from the multiverse, alternate dimensions, and we're just doing a search engine into the search engines of the photos from the alternate dimensions when we do this. And it gives us like the top 4 images. And then it takes those images and AI reconstructs them when we try and make them bigger. And we don't have the technology to go to those realms, but we have the technology to access their search engines. That's my theory for all the. Ooh, this is kind of a good looking look. I like them when they look like it's like the way it's boxed in, with the dark in the front, the light in the middle, the girl standing in. This is like some good art right here. I wonder. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Oh, baby cakes. Let's see. Fuck me. I totally fucked myself on that one. I got to find that one again. I rolled away because I was going to go make a new one, and I motherfucked myself. Can we find her again? Did I lose her? I fucking lost her, dude. Kick my ass out of the car. The fuck? How did I lose her? I want to get the aspect ratio for that. Okay, it's got to be close. I remember this little turd things earlier. What's Joe Biden been up to? I don't know. He had double fucking COVID all the way. I don't pay attention to that old man. Okay, here they are. Let me steal this. Okay. Let me go in. Imagine. Watch this shit. This shit's about to be wild. This person actually described this really well. All right. I'm pretty sure I fucked all this up. Waifu is banned? How am I supposed to get a waifu pillow if waifu is banned? Son of a bitch. Fucking banning waifu out here. All right, let's try this. Ayo, Seth Looks.
Seth Looks donated $10. Tweeted you some failed attempts at that minifig. Sometimes you have to keep trying and tweet the prompts until you get what you are after.
Thank you for the
and
happy
birthday.
Thank you for the happy birthday. God damn it, I was hoping I would get the full... I should have typed in full body, right? But I did put in body pillow. I wanted to get Lizzo as an anime girl on a Japanese body pillow. But this looks more like Lizzo on one of those T-shirts that get airbrushed at the fair for your fallen homies when they rest in peace. Oh, my God. I think I fucked up by choosing Lizzo for the body pillow, too, because... Was I good at yo-yo tricks? Not good, no. I had one of those fucking yo-yos that automatically rolled up, though. I'm just out here trying to make a Lizzo waifu body pillow and fucking AI won't hook it up. Like, that's definitely not what I need from a full body. I'm gonna try and reword this. You guys got any commentary on better wording this thing? Imagine Lizzo, anime girl, comma, Japanese body pillow, comma, full body, comma, I put looking at me with wanting eyes at the end. I probably just fucked that up. I just want Lizzo to look so sexy staring at me. All right, let's try and get this Lizzo body pillow. Oh, I see some rendering coming in. This might be promising. I don't know. I'm going to give up on the Lizzo body pillow. We tried for the Lizzo body pillow. I just don't know. Someone make a porn of Billy and Leafy on Rule 34? Somebody did. I didn't realize the pictures on my on my fireplace behind me that I have with me eating Leafy. Those are vor porn. There's like a whole genre of porn of people eating people, and that's what those were. Because if you go to their website, the person who made it, there's tons of actual manga drawn of Leafy getting like fucked by Keemstar and Pyrocynical. Dude, I'm not really happy with these body pillow pictures. Why is it so hard to get a good Lizzo anime body picture, pillow picture? Lizzo full body image on a pillow in anime style -MP. What's the -MP mean? Let's go. Let's try and get this. I should watch the new Beavis and Butthead. I heard they had a movie. Okay. This is a little more promising, I think. Well, it's close, but I think I'm giving up on this Lizzo body pillow idea. What's up, Eddie M? How you doing? Are we about done with AI for now? Should we go into the mind control segment of today's episode? I kind of like the way they gave Lizzo these little baby legs. Would I turn this body pillow into a dirty, wretched rag of filth? I would. Goddamn right I would. Hey, listen what I say. 2-MP will make the image taller. So I could have just put AR AR 916. It would have been even taller. This is better though. I kind of want this body pillow with the little baby legs, the little sticky chick legs. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. All right, we're going to give up on this one for now. And we're going to go to the mission, mind control. You guys ready for some gangsta stuff? Hey. Delving into the psychedelic.
This is the story of a 30-year search by U.S. intelligence agencies to perfect mind control. Some of those engaged in that search have agreed to talk.
Christopher Rice says, I thought I could rap. You thought I could rap? I could. Have you seen my music videos? They're cute.
About it for the first time. One said, I think every last one of us felt sorry to attempt this kind of thing. We knew we were crossing the line. The search would be endless. From brothels, an agent says, we learned a lot about human nature in the bedroom, to the mystical rites of a magical mushroom ceremony performed by an Indian shaman.
Can you guys hear this okay? They're talking to like CIA agents who were out picking up prostitutes to study mind control. Did the CIA really go and study the pimp's love to figure out mind control? It's a little quiet. I don't know how much louder I can make it. I don't know if I can make it much louder.
To a Spanish bull ring. The bull has had electrodes implanted in the brain and is controlled by a scientist. There would be victims.
Oh, Jess.
One intelligence agency tried to peel this man's mind back to reveal its deepest secrets.
I've lived through it.
This man worked on some of these programs. He would write of his work, it was fun, fun, fun. This is the story.
A little fun mind control.
ABC News Close-Up, Mission Mind Control.
Mission Mind Control. ABC News Close-Up. It says here in the response, uncovering government agencies, especially the CIA, that secretly tested the effects of LSD on humans. This is from the National Archives and Records Administration, ARC. Department of Justice, Drug Enforcement Administration, 1973. Oh my God. This is from 79, the release. Idris Elba was on Hot Ones. My guy got it in.
With ABC News
The Men Who Stare at Goats,
Paul
yeah.
Altmaier.
Mark? Anne. It's been ages.
Can I buy it?
Allow me to...
So these are just commercials. Mark, it's been ages. Allow me.
Michelob Lights.
Michelob makes a light beer?
Just a Michelob.
The good taste of Michelob Light. Don't just compare it to other light beers.
Dude. A beer commercial where they try and make Michelob Light seem like some classy champagne. This, like, what would a Michelob Light commercial look like today? Do they even have beer commercials anymore?
Compare it to your regular beer. It's that good.
You always did go first class.
Your ticket to San Francisco. Thank you.
San Francisco?
You too?
Good taste runs in the family.
Good taste runs in the family. What a weird slogan for a beer. What a weird ass slogan.
Mrs. Cooper, I need help. With all these different dog foods, I don't know what kind to feed him. Dry, soft.
Honey, it's not the form, it's the formula. Those are for any dog, young, old, whatever. But Cycle 2 dog food
is especially for dogs ages 1 to 7, like mine.
The Cycle 2 formula has just what dogs in their active years need to help stay healthy.
And happy. With Cycle, I know what to feed him.
Now get Cycle 2 in 25-pound bags.
This is just weird watching these old ass commercials. Cycle 2.
We are not professing to tell you the complete story of these activities. We are professing to...
Matt Stuck in Time donated $5. That beer is pro-incest lol. Also, how's it going, Billy?
It's going good, Matt. And yeah, isn't that a little creepy with the beer right there? Isn't that a little creepy? This is Stansfield Turner, the CIA director, from a video made September 21st, 1977.
Tell you the complete story that we know. Right. But these records that we've uncovered don't tell the story. They tell pieces of it.
This is a story that has been told in bits and pieces. This is an attempt to pull most of it together. We know we don't have the full story. We do, however, have some striking new revelations and insights. The story begins here, just off the nation's front yard, the mall. The buildings behind me...
The mall? What do they call it? The nation's front yard? The mall? The mole?
The headquarters for the World War II Office of Strategic Services.
World War II Office of Strategic Services. Sophisticated General asks, you ever played Polybus, the government mind control arcade game? No. Is Polybius about government mind control and it's an arcade game? Or is it an arcade game put out by the government that has mind control agencies in it? I wouldn't want to speculate either way.
It was here that the first halting steps toward mind control began. The shaper and molder of OSS was General Wild Bill Donovan.
Wild
Bill.
Bill.
His group's work, we may have made mistakes, but we were not afraid to try things that were never done before. In this anything-goes atmosphere,
we may have made mistakes, but we were not afraid to try things that hadn't been done before. That's menacing, right? That's a scary statement, but it could lead to progress.
Donovan appointed this man, Stanley Lovell, a Boston industrialist, to break new ground in many scientific and technical fields. Donovan called Lovell his Dr. Moriarty, after the fiendish professor in Sherlock Holmes. Lovell liked the name and posed for this Saturday Evening Post photo. He later wrote of his OSS job that it was, quote, to stimulate the PEC's bad boy beneath the surface of every American scientist and to say to him, throw all of your normal law-abiding concepts out of the window. Here's a chance to raise merry hell. It was in this atmosphere that the search for mind control began. This bizarre man would be an active participant in that search over the next 2 decades. His name is George White, an OSS captain who had formerly been with the Bureau of Narcotics. In his diary, seen here publicly for the first time, White left a legacy of the darker side of American intelligence work.
Is this guy the man who stares at goats, or was he the one George Clooney played?
He received his early OSS training at the British-run school at Oshawa, Canada, the same school where Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond, was trained.
Ah.
White referred to the school in his diaries as the Oshawa School of Mayhem and Murder. Mike Burke, former OSS colleague of White's and now president of Madison Square Garden Center.
Very compelling fellow, mysterious fellow, almost mystical fellow. He was fascinating because you knew something about him, but not enough about him to really get a fix on him. He also knew a great deal about the swifter elements of society, the gamier side of life.
So this guy is CIA mind control, and you got to go and get a statement from somebody who knew him, and you get the guy who runs Madison Square Garden. This is odd. This is peculiar. Interesting, though.
And he was very impressive in his technical knowledge of the underworld, so to speak.
He said one of our men gets beat up. He says you have to act real fast and teach these guys a lesson.
Charles Siragusa, a former narcotics officer and friend of White's.
He'll come around, he says, and break your kneecaps. And with that, one guy laughed, and George would always have little Billy with him. And this one.
Yeah, little Billy? Was I there? I wasn't there. I wasn't born yet.
One guy sort of naked. George White turned around and whapped him across the neck with it. Then he picked up a pool stick and started beating everybody up.
He made his point.
And he made his point.
Okay, so the first guy was the president of Madison Square Garden. The second guy was this. I think he was he a cop? Was he law enforcement? And he's talking about my guy coming out here with a little Billy slapjack club and beating the trash out of people. It's a really good way to mind control somebody, beat them into submission. Christopher Wright says, a guy goes to a $10 hooker and he ends up getting crabs. He goes back the next day to complain and the hooker goes, for $10, what did you expect? Lobster? Oh.
George White was not a man of understatement or subtleties. His boss at OSS, Stanley Lovell, referred to him as deadly and dedicated. In this note from White's diaries, it says, call Lovell regarding TD. TD was a rather transparent cover for Truth Drug. George White worked with a
rather transparent cover for Truth Drug. If you had a truth drug and you had to talk about it, you had to write about it, would you want to just be like, oh yeah, this is truth drug? TD sounds better. You know what you're talking about when you're within colleagues that know about truth drug. You say TD. That's like me. When I go around saying CP, that means combat power for a Pokemon Go player. All you Pokemon Go players, your CP for your dragon is like, your Dragonite will be like 3,000 CP. It's short for combat power.
Truth Drug Committee here at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in the nation's capital.
Show me them TDs. Truth Drug.
They experimented with mescaline, scopolamine, and marijuana on unwitting victims. The committee soon learned there was no easy panacea, no truth drug at this stage. But White and later colleagues would not stop trying. The goal remained the same. As this 1952 CIA memo says, the aim is controlling an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will.
Oh, God. The aim was to control an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will. You ever think that that happened on a grand scale and through advertising and direction? People are doing the bidding of nefarious characters against their will without even knowing. They realize you don't need a drug or serum. You just need to tell somebody something that they have to do to survive, and they'll do it thinking that's what they have to do because they're indoctrinated into believing it. It's pretty scary stuff.
And even against such fundamental laws of nature as self-preservation. But it was a discovery here in Basel, Switzerland, at Sandoz Laboratories by Dr. Albert Hoffman, that led the intelligence agencies of America to believe that they had found the panacea.
Panacea,
The
panacea.
discovery was lysergic acid diethylamide, LSD. The film that you see is considered by many experts to be the closest illustration of the effects of a hallucinogenic.
This is kind of lit.
One of the first times that anybody had run into a powerful drug that was different than anything else that they knew anything about.
John Gittinger, recently retired chief psychologist for the CIA. This is the first time Gittinger has been interviewed publicly.
We could disable a whole city by putting a very small amount on a water supply. After all of these years of us, those of us who are involved in looking for this secret drug, this was the only thing that began to look for the first time like it might be something like that.
The CIA's interest in LSD was intense. The worry was that the Russians would get hold of it. Were the Soviets into LSD?
I'm going to have to say I'm sure they were.
I'm sure they were. Look, if you're in the CIA, you drop some acid. You want to get paid to do more acid. What was the guy at the beginning of this referred to this work as fun, fun, fun? You're like, hey, if we don't figure out this acid thing, Russia will. We need some funding. These guys got funded to drop acid and dick around. Lucky fuckers. Stone Cold Killer.
But if you ask me to prove it, I've never seen any direct proof of it.
But at one point, intelligence information received from Switzerland said that Sandoz Laboratories was about to put 100 million doses of LSD on the open market. And it caused enough concern within the agency that the United States was prepared to buy the entire supply. However, a slight mistake had been made. The mistake is made public for the first time.
Oh, wow.
I just found out on a new CIA document that there were no such large quantities of LSD on the market.
John Marks has filed numerous Freedom of Information suits against the CIA and has unearthed much new material. He is the author of The Search for the Manchurian Candidate, a history of intelligence agency work with mind control. He is a consultant for this report.
What happened is that there was a military attaché in Switzerland, an American officer who got...
Royal says, I love how you put Chipotle as your goal. We're almost at double Chipotle. It's kind of a big deal. If anybody wants to throw some donos my way, it's my birthday this weekend. And if I could have 2 Chipotles, that would be better than one.
Milligrams and kilograms mixed up. In other words, he made a mistake of thinking 1/1000th of a gram was the same as 1,000 grams,
Whoa.
which is a mistake of 1,000,000 times. So
Whoa.
when the CIA got the intelligence that there were 100 million doses on the market, in fact, there were 100 doses.
The man who would oversee the CIA's research into drugs and most of the agency's behavior programs is this man, Dr. Sydney Gottlieb, a chemist. Dr. Gottlieb declined ABC News' request for an interview. In their never-ending search for the miracle weapon, CIA operatives searched here in the remote mountain areas of southern Mexico for what up to then had been considered a myth, magic mushrooms.
Damn.
They used this man, a part-time chemist for the CIA, to dupe this man, a vice president of a bank and an amateur mycologist or mushroom expert, to try to get to the magic mushrooms and turn them into a drug.
No way. Are you serious? Is this for real? We had magic mushrooms all around the Northwest. They're just over here trying to figure out if magic mushrooms exist. And they're trying to They're trying to convince this guy to dupe him.
But it would be the amateur, R. Gordon Wasson and his colleagues, who would win the race and develop the drug psilocybin from the magic mushrooms.
We went into the Mazatec area, far from the highways, remote from Mexico City. There we found that rotten bagasse, as it's called, bagasso, covered with mushrooms. These mushrooms I didn't know, had never seen. They were the sacred mushrooms.
Wasson would also discover and record the ancient mystical rites of the mushrooms from a local shaman or magical priestess, Maria Sabina.
And we were seeing incredible sights. They would go slowly or they would go fast as I ordained. All your senses are rendered acute. We say that you see visions, you see hallucinations, but that doesn't begin to tell the story. The hallucinations are only part of it. You hear sounds, you smell things. The night was thrilling.
Word of Wasson's discovery reached the CIA quickly. Dr. James Moore, a University of Delaware chemist, secretly served the CIA preparing deadly chemicals on short notice. Moore was instructed to get close to Wasson and accompany him on another trip to Mexico to get the magic mushrooms. Internal documents show the CIA felt a drug derived from the mushrooms could remain an agency secret.
What in the world were they looking for with the magic mushrooms?
I think the best answer to that is that they were looking for fundamental information on compounds that would be capable of causing changes in behavior, changes in mental attitude.
This guy looks like someone playing a character. This is a real human being, and this human being was in charge of making deadly poison for the CIA. And he was in charge with duping a mycologist into taking him to find magic mushrooms so the CIA could turn it into a mind-altering truth serum.
Did you ever consider what would have happened if any of these substances were given to, say, unwitting people?
Oh, I don't remember having considered that specifically.
What if you... I trust perhaps you've thought about it.
Well, I haven't worried about it. I
haven't worried about it, you know. I work for the CIA. I make deadly poison they ask for on short notice. The type of poison that could take somebody out without a trace. I don't care about a little magic mushroom dust getting somebody high.
Your question again, what would I have thought had I known that
any of these substances would
have been given to
unwitting persons?
Yeah, my guy might be on shrooms right now. He does look like he might be. Would I know? Hold on, your face is melting. Would I know what now? Oh, a little butterfly, huh? Chocolate butterfly.
You mean a hostile agent of another government?
No, I mean
that was probably one of the things they had in mind.
I mean testing it out on an American citizen.
I am not at liberty to talk about the testing on American citizens. I'm here to talk about mushrooms.
I guess I must seem very, very cold-blooded about this, but I don't recall ever having been very much preoccupied with that issue.
I don't mean to seem cold-blooded about this, but he didn't say that he didn't know about it. He didn't say that it didn't exist. He had a very roundabout particular way of saying his words. He had a moment where his mouth clicked, where he realized where he was going to go with it, because it took him a while to figure out where he's going to go with it. He was like, it may seem very cold-blooded of me, but I never really had a particular issue with that. Wow.
Many drugs were tested in this way.
That's not the stupid Ray. He wasn't being stupid there. He was saying what he was allowed to say. He was getting the message he was allowed to get out, and he was dodging everything else. And he's saying, well, it might be cold-blooded of me, but I really wasn't particularly worried about that.
A decision was made at the highest levels of the CIA to do testing on unwitting Americans. As one CIA document says, such testing would be operationally realistic. A former CIA official who worked on these programs describes for the first time how the decision was made. He did not wish to be filmed or recorded. Thus his remarks are read by someone else.
I think every last one of us felt sorry to attempt this kind of thing. We knew we were crossing the line.
Did they get Daniel Stern to read this guy's statement, the former CIA officer's statement? Is this Daniel Stern? Is this the Wonder Years narrator? Is that really what this is?
Every decent kid knows he shouldn't steal, but he does it sometimes. We knew damn well we didn't want anyone else to know what we were doing.
The decision was made to do testing on unwitting victims. It was decided they should be on the fringes of society because they were most vulnerable.
Doing testing on unwitting victims at the fringes of society. They're over here dosing up. I wonder if they got my dad. Honestly, they probably got my fucking dad. My dad had a run with LSD in the 70s. They probably fucked up my dad.
It was the borderline underworld, prostitutes, drug addicts, and other small-timers who would be powerless to seek any kind of revenge in case they found out.
And as their predecessors had a decade earlier, the CIA turned to George White for help. White was now a high-ranking narcotics official, and by this time, the stories about George White were legendary.
So the waiter says, "You may help you, monsieur?" And George White was busy talking with me. I paid no attention to the waiter, so the waiter tapped him on the shoulder, says, "May I help you, monsieur?" George White turned around, whipped his gun out, and stuck it in the guy's face like this in this crowded restaurant.
George White did not mind bending the law, and he knew the street well. He was the ideal choice for what the CIA had in mind.
We were Ivy League, white, middle class.
Ivy League, white, middle class. CIA were like, perfect. We're going to send you into the hood. Get people dosed up on drugs. Potato Chips says Billy on that Alex Jones shit today. I mean, this was an ABC News like special report from 1979. We're looking at history from ABC News's perspective, right? This isn't an Alex Jones thing. This is a before they perfected mind control on a media level. This is pre-mind control media.
We were naive, totally naive about this, and he felt pretty expert. He knew the whores, the pimps, the people who brought in the drugs.
White set up so-called safe houses for the CIA in New York, here in Greenwich Village, and later in San Francisco, in this hotel, and in an apartment atop Telegraph Hill with a commanding view of San Francisco Bay. While the existence of these safe houses was disclosed last year, details of what took place within them has not been told.
I love you.
A former CIA official who worked in the safe houses reveals that they were used not only for drug testing, but to study sexual behavior and how it could be used to manipulate people.
The goddamn CIA's out here drug testing, putting LSD in your drink, using it to manipulate women sexually. Goddamn CIA's out here having a fun time, as per George's words. He knows the streets, he knows the prostitutes. He's out here having sex with the goddamn prostitutes. He's drugging them up and doing weird things to them for mind control purposes.
We did quite a study of prostitutes and their behavior. How do you take a woman who is willing to use her body to get money out of a guy to get him to talk about things which are much more important, like state secrets? We learned a lot about human nature in the bedroom. We started to pick up knowledge that could be used in operations.
They're over here literally like uncovering the honeypot. They're creating the honeypot right here. They're honeypotting. They're like, why use prostitutes to get a man off when you use prostitutes to get a man to talk? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Literally, the three agents of, oh my fucking God. They were the three agents of the CIA into controlling. That's wild. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There you go, Papa. On paper, talk about it.
There would be victims in all of this, but as the agency knew, they couldn't fight back. Some entries from George White's diaries.
There would be victims in all of this, but as the agencies knew, they couldn't fight back. Interesting.
Clarice gets horrors. Janet, sky high. As one agency memo says, we have no answer to the moral question. The safe houses were not the only testing grounds.
We have no answers to the moral question. The question, is this moral? Well, we have no answers. Because based on morality, no would be the answer. But based on the potential power that we're going to seize from doing all this, then morally, these little indiscretions with defenseless people is nothing compared to the immoral balance we're going to be doing when we can control minds, control media, control politicians, control assassins. Well,
millions of dollars would be spent on LSD research at universities throughout the country.
This is why motherfuckers were going around with cyanide capsules, right? They're like, oh, by the way, if you get caught, chew a cyanide capsule because they have ways of making you talk no matter how strong you are. Dead men don't talk. Chew a cyanide capsule.
And word would begin to spread on campus about this so-called mind-blowing drug. And suddenly, there was the counterculture of the 60s.
I give the CIA a total credit for sponsoring and initiating the entire consciousness movement, counterculture events of the 1960s.
Dr. Timothy Leary, the 1960s Johnny Appleseed of LSD.
He's over here giving the CIA complete credit for this. This is on ABC on the special report. Now an ABC special report's going to tell you that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson broke up.
The CIA funded and supported and encouraged hundreds of young psychiatrists to experiment with this drug. The fallout from that was that the young psychologists began taking it themselves, discovering that it was an intelligence-enhancing, consciousness-raising experience.
I know that some of the studies in which the CIA had supported used as subjects people who later became strong proselytizers of LSD. So, in that sense, yes, I think it did sustain the perpetuation of the use of the drug. And it's rather ironic, isn't it?
The counter case that I would make in relationship to that is to remember that the people who were doing the research were people who would be doing the research regardless of who was the sponsor. I don't think anybody working in that time in the remotest ever thought that it would blow up into the kind of thing that it did.
He's an ex-CIA psychologist, and he's saying, the CIA funded this stuff, but these people would have been doing it with or without the funding of the CIA. The CIA just sped it along. Is that the way they're like, yeah, the CIA, they didn't go out and procure these drug czars to work underneath them. They were already working. They just gave them a little financial lubricant to take out their opposing drug czars. It's fine. Grady George says Billy will believe anything. I'm simply watching an ABC News document special report from 1979. Simply what we're doing. Are we believing anything? No, I believe nothing, but I have a good idea. And that right there tells me you're wrong, Grady George. You're wrong.
History will judge the role of the CIA and other intelligence agencies in unwittingly contributing to the counterculture of the 60s through their intense interest in LSD and other hallucinogenics. But for the moment, at least, the argument can be made that the CIA helped usher in the age of Aquarius.
Uh-oh. Put some clothes on. Hippies.
ABC News Close-Up will continue in a moment.
I'm really only watching this for the old
Being
commercials.
careful about my body doesn't just mean major things like regular breast exams.
Did I tell those people to put some clothes on and then we get a fucking video literally of a woman putting clothes on? Am I clairvoyant? Do I know the future? Do I tell the future?
I'm even careful about pain relievers. Plain aspirin sometimes upset my stomach, so
Now this is an acid flash right here. What the fuck is going on with the screen?
I use Bufferin. It adds protection.
I'm careful about what goes into my body. Bufferin gives me an added relief action I want.
It'd be hilarious if she was like, I'm careful about what goes into my body, but instead of holding a little potato, she had a full-on fucking eggplant. I'd be like, yeah, not that careful. You got to be careful with something that big.
Tylenol doesn't.
Only one leading tablet has both an added relief action in many cases that Tylenol never provides and protection ingredients.
An analgesic. We don't see that big on a bottle anymore, do we? Analgesic. No reason to even be in the same room. Did you just turn in, Grady George? Did you just tune in? Did you miss the last 15 minutes?
Bufferin.
Now I'm careful to get both with Bufferin.
This is funny. It's buffering, and the video quality is buffering. It's buffering from being so fucking old with the tracking off. This is a joke within a joke, guys. Whoever writes reality is smart.
Bufferin.
Your sink trap's clogged with grease. Use Crystal Drano.
I'll pour in liquid plumber.
Don't. It may not work on that grease clog.
No.
I'll pour in liquid plumber. She has Drano in her hand. I'll pour in liquid plumber. Don't. Don't.
Crystal Drano will. Look, liquid plumber's quiet. It's not melting that grease.
But Drano is. It broke through. Will Drano hurt metal pipes?
No.
Liquid plumber didn't break that grease clog. I'm switching to Drano.
To make clogs go, better use Drano.
Dude, I love these commercials.
ABC. The Forest Hills Men's Invitational from the legendary West Side Tennis Club. Then live, third round coverage of the most prestigious ladies golf event. Hollis Stacey goes for her third straight U.S. Women's Open title. And red hot Nancy Lopez shoots for her elusive first Open victory. And on ABC's Wide World of Sports, rodeo excitement from the Wild West. Plus high speeds, high thrills, hydroplane action, championship tennis, golf, and ABC's Wide World of Sports.
I fuck with this, dude. I don't even like any of this shit, but the way they promoted that in that commercial.
Wednesday on 8 is Enough.
What?
The Bradford girls go disco crazy.
No.
Hey, hiya, hun. What do you say we get down?
And the summer's off to a red-hot start. And Charlie's Angels play the horses.
I want to be a jockey.
But end up in a dead heat with
How
Jack.
could you not watch this shit?
The ghost of Jack the Ripper haunts the back streets of Vegas.
Tomorrow, starting at 8, 7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Covering a
Big Chip says, Billy, I recently started getting knee pain because I'm so big. How do you deal with it? I you just get used to it.
Fan of history such as we are in this report, one can get sidetracked by the so-called glamour and mystery of espionage work or by the exotic qualities of some drugs. But what you can't lose sight of is what all of this would mean in terms of individual human beings. There would be deaths, there would be long-lasting and harmful effects. The best-known case is that of this man, Frank Olson, a chemist employed by the Army Chemical Corps, who in 1953 was slipped LSD unknowingly at a meeting with CIA officials. Shortly after that, Olson went into severe depression. He ended his life at this New York hotel by diving through a shaded closed window in his 10th floor room.
What's up, Goldie Fawn? Sound looking fit tonight. That's cute. UK weed in the place to be. Yeah, just start working out potato chips. It sucks. It is what it is, though. You live that life, you pay that price. So this guy got dosed without telling him. He got dosed and he went fucking out of his mind. Got depressed and shit. Fell out a window.
Frank Olson was the first known fatality in the CIA's LSD program.
Damn.
Olson left behind a widow, Alice, and 3 children. But it would be years before they learned the real story of his death. Shortly after his suicide, Alice Olson was visited by Dr. Sidney Gottlieb,
Thrown out of a window?
the man who had
That was a
administered the
murder?
drug, and by Robert Lashbrook, his deputy, who was the last person with Frank Olson the night of his death.
So he was thrown out of a window? And they just said he fell out of a window on LSD. That was the cover-up for murder?
It was probably to check me out and see whether I was handling myself and handling the situation, whether I was hysterical. And I'm sure they left the house feeling ever so much better because I had been gracious and hospitable to them, so that I must have played right into their hand and made them feel fine.
23 years later, how did you feel about that meeting?
My anger was unbelievable at how I had been duped for this length of time, and the anguish which was unnecessary.
See, I don't see how people get angry that they've been duped. Like, you trusted somebody. That was your first mistake. Be mad at yourself. What's up, Quinn Mill? How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. But if you've been duped, like, you shouldn't be mad at anybody but yourself. You shouldn't be mad at yourself. You should forgive yourself and promise never to get duped again.
Anyone who knew during all of those years never told Alice Olson the real story of her husband's death. She would discover it by accident more than 2 decades later. In essence, it was a 22-year-long cover-up.
Damn.
Lyman Kirkpatrick was Inspector General of the CIA at the time of Frank Olson's death. But had not the Olson case occurred within the secret confines of the CIA, would not this case have been a prosecutable case? Perhaps manslaughter?
I would think definitely prosecutable, and certainly from the point of view of of Mr. Olson, why it should probably have been actionable.
Frank Olson's suicide slowed down the CIA's testing of LSD and other drugs, but only momentarily. The CIA was not the only government agency interested in the possibilities LSD and other drugs presented for mind control. The Army Chemical Corps first started working with the CIA and then branched off on its own. It too tested drugs on unwitting victims, and a death would result. The case of this man, Harold Blauer, a tennis pro, seen here with his daughter Elizabeth, is well known. In 1953, Blauer was a private patient at the New York State Psychiatric Institute. He was given 5 injections of a mescaline derivative that was being tested secretly for the Army Chemical Corps. With the 5th injection, Harold Blauer died. As with the Olson case, a 22-year cover-up followed, until finally the Army admitted the real details of Blauer's death. Since the initial news stories of Harold Blauer's death, close to 5,000 documents, previously classified, have been released by the Army and obtained by ABC News. They provide valuable insight into Army activities at the time of Blauer's death and where the Army went from there with their own drug testing program. From a previously classified deposition of Dr. James Cattell, who administered the mescaline derivative, on the purpose of the drug testing, to produce symptoms similar to those that you see in schizophrenia. on how much the patient knew about all this. We didn't delineate all the possibilities of what might happen because then you contaminate your experiment. Cattell then relates that he never even knew what drug he had given Harold Blauer because of the secrecy of the Army experiments. We didn't know whether it was dog piss. This was secret. This was a secret. We weren't in on it.
We didn't know whether it was dog piss. This was a secret. It was a secret. We weren't in on it. That's so fucked up. You're working at the psychiatric hospital and they're like, here, this is a testing program for this new drug that may save lives. Give it to this gentleman here and these gentlemen here. And, oh, by the way, he just died. It's on you now.
We asked Blauer's daughter Elizabeth for her reaction.
What? How can anybody react to that? I mean, that is so far from what you'd expect from a human being, never mind a doctor, never mind a professional specialist who's supposed to care about people's minds. It's unbelievable.
I like how doctors are referred to as care when they can't possibly, like caring actually hinders their ability to really help you. They have to like not care so they can look through and see what's wrong and fix it, right? They have to be logic-minded, not emotionally driven.
A suit filed by Elizabeth Barrett against the Army Chemical Corps is now pending in federal court.
Except if you have a good old hometown doctor who raised you since you was a baby, was there for your very first booster shot, gave you all you needed to get through puberty. Good old doctor. My good old hometown doctor. They care. They have a small clientele. They get to care for their patients.
Other Army experiments
Well,
continue
small town
on
poor
mental
doctor,
patients
exactly.
around the country. Work done at the Tulane Medical Center in New Orleans involved several drugs, hallucinogenics, and electrodes implanted in the brain.
See, I hate that my doctors are afraid to give me drugs that I might become addictive to. I have to pay more to get them from people who are not professionals. It's very unprofessional for these doctors not to give me the addictive drugs that I have to go out and buy from who knows where the money goes to when I buy it through them.
The chief researcher was Dr. Russell Monroe, now head of the psychiatry department at the University of Maryland. These are various progress reports written by Dr. Monroe and recently obtained by ABC News. From one of the progress reports, a report of a woman who had electrodes implanted in the brain and was then given LSD and other drugs. She became agitated, cried, lapsed into a trance-like state.
My doctor should just give me LSD.
Felt as if she were about to have a convulsion, experienced waves of darkness and light, had bizarre sensations in her neck and legs, said somebody was trying to manipulate her body. At this point, Dr. Monroe wrote that the woman was obviously having paranoid ideas.
Obviously having paranoid ideas. Can you trust a psychiatric doctor with a fucking pipe in his mouth?
As a layperson, perhaps you can enlighten me. What therapeutic effect would the type of experiment that I just described have on a patient?
Well, the therapeutic effect would be indirect.
Was this patient aware that she was being given LSD?
Yes, I mean, they were told that they would be given some medication, and they should have
Specifically LSD?
Well, we told them, I don't think that they would have even known what LSD was then at the time.
There's no real reason to tell them it was LSD. They'd have no idea what that was. So why tell them it was LSD? We told them it was vitamin C.
They were told that they were going to they would be given some medications which might make them feel worse.
Dr. Monroe, what do you think the Army Chemical Corps was looking for in all of this testing?
This is some medication that might make you feel worse. Now, by worse, we mean it's going to alter your mind and allow us to play with your body like you were an incapacitated dolly.
They were looking for an incapacitating agent, an agent that would not harm the person permanently, but would incapacitate them temporarily. That seemed like a humanistic way to wage a war, if war is necessary.
That guy's face looked like he did some shit to these women when they were passed out. He had an abusive fucking smile. That was scary. He had some glee there. Skrelly is back on top of the world.
James Thornwell was given LSD by Army intelligence in 1961. This time it was no experiment. This time the express purpose was to peel back Thornwell's brain to bear any secret within it. This time the Army had gone operational. Thornwell, as reported on ABC last January, was an Army private stationed in Orléans, France. Classified documents were missing from his unit. Thornwell became a suspect. His 2.5-month interrogation included administration of sodium pentothal, hypnosis, isolation, and deprivation of sleep. Army documents obtained by ABC News refer to this interrogation as conventional. Despite the severe questioning, Army intelligence was getting nowhere with Thornwell, and it was decided to slip him LSD. For 16 years, Thornwell never knew what had hit him.
Tell me about the acid. I'd rather not. It's a bad trip. It's a bad trip.
It's a bad trip. This guy's he's still on the trip, isn't he? Holy shit. He's like, it's a bad, his eyes go back to it. It's a bad trip. It's a bad trip.
That was a bad trip. The pain was so excruciating, felt like somebody was sticking me with 1,000,000 pins. You know, just everywhere. Oh, it just... Oh.
Damn. Damn, 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 damn.
I walked around.
What's up?
Oh, I can talk. I lived through it. I lived through it.
No charges were ever brought by the Army against Thornwell. He was discharged for psychological disorders. But an Army psychiatric evaluation of Thornwell obtained by ABC News, one which was done prior to Thornwell having been given LSD, says of him, fairly cooperative, oriented, alert, and gave no evidence of psychosis or depression. From the Army's point of view, this type of LSD interrogation was a success. Other documents refer to the exploitability of interrogation subjects, cracking them, keeping them off balance mentally, and providing an economical, speedy, and productive aid to interrogation. From James Thornwell's point of view, it was no success. Thornwell still has serious problems. He's run through 2 marriages. He maintains he can't hold a job, can't concentrate, has nightmares, and feels socially and emotionally isolated.
Hold on. All that stuff that they just mentioned, that's something like the vast majority of people are going through today. Are we all victims of mind control? How many of you have been in failed relationships and feel lost and are wondering, oh no, oh no, oh my gosh. What's up, Little Da Vinci? How you doing? This is like the guy was struggling, but then they like list off how he's struggling, and it's like, wait a second, is that not the majority of people? Was the world just that much better 45 years ago? Doing good. Hey, Zed's talking to a girl right now on Bumble. Nice. Enjoy, be happy.
Last fall, Thornwell filed suit against the government in federal court. In a moment, we will examine the closest experimentation to brainwashing that we have uncovered.
The brainwashing. Mission Mind Control. Back to your regularly scheduled commercials.
Oh, for crying out loud. Is something wrong, Will? You pick up a paper these days, you learn life isn't as simple as it used to be, and neither's food. Is that why you eat grape nut cereal? Yep, you couldn't ask for a simpler cereal. Wheat and barley, vitamins added, no preservatives. Sure looks simple. It's got a natural nutty taste.
Do they even sell grape nuts anymore?
How about something nice and simple? Grape nuts, the simple cereal.
The simple cereal. G. Willikers.
Maxwell House's coffee you can count on.
Oh, God.
Good to the last drop.
Maxwell House is good every time. Maxwell House is good coffee. Good to the last drop. Maxwell House.
Maxwell House. Coffee you can count on. Always smells good. Always tastes
I don't
good.
particularly
Always
enjoy
good to the last drop.
this commercial.
Good news.
But it's not the worst commercial yet. Oh, there's just random baby showing up?
ABC News Close-Up will continue in a moment.
Special baseball. The Yankees take on the Angels Friday night on ABC.
Hey.
This is a heavy-duty stick-up, and this
What?
is a good place for it.
New heavy-duty stick-ups from
They
Airwick.
they hired a stinky man to do this commercial.
This is David Shoemaker in the news at this hour. District police have charged a young Northeast woman with the weekend kidnapping of that day-old baby. Sources say the woman was pregnant and afraid she'd lost her own child in...
Hold up. We just seen the baby in the Maxwell House coffee commercial. Was that the woman that stole the baby, handed it to the guy because he drank Maxwell House coffee? What?
The accident, and that's what motivated the kidnapping. 'Twas the night before Skylab, and we'll have the latest on its fate and ours. Testimony before Congress today on battered wives. Some of the victims are battered wives.
What? Congress have testimony from battered wives. Some of the victims are battered wives. Are there other victims on the battered wives panel that aren't battered wives? Don't you feel like you're taken away from the victims by putting non-battered wives on the battered wives panel? This news is weird. What the hell, dude?
A rock and roll star put on probation for income tax evasion. The condition is he must put on 1,000 hours of concerts for charities.
Is this The Onion? Did they even name the musician who was charged has to put on 1,000 hours of concerts for charities? Is he joking? Is this real? This is 1979 DC local news in the middle of an ABC special report. 1,000 hours of concerts is a lot. I think if you have to perform them all yourselves, but you could probably do like 100 10-hour festivals maybe and fill it up with other people. I don't know. That's a lot though. 1,000 hours. That's a fucking lot. A fucking lot. Thank you, Lowbrow Jester, for the early birthday. I'm just sitting here enjoying the fact that we had an early Drunken Peasants. I got to do it from home. Sitting on my chair. I was like, I can either get up and go pee or I can stream for 2 hours. So here we are, streaming for 2 hours. Media is crazy. It's true, Luna. It's true. It's true.
We'll be talking with a local teenager who won a gold medal at the Pan Am Games. Join us at 11.
Nice standing it on a local teenager who won a medal. What is this? Mountain Dew.
Tastes or feels quite like Mountain Dew, or goes down as smooth.
I heard from girls that swallow and eat all the gummies that Mountain Dew makes your ejaculate taste gross. I'm glad I gave up my Mountain Dew phase. I remember in high school I used to drink a lot of Mountain Dew, and I remember girls not wanting to swallow. I wonder if it was all Mountain Dew.
Like a soft breeze on a lazy afternoon.
Like a soft breeze on a lazy afternoon. You just better hope you don't want to make cum, because it's going to taste nasty on Mountain Dew. 52-hour shows. That's only 100 hours.
The most chilling experiments we have uncovered took place at this Gothic estate called Raven's Crag, halfway up Mount Royal in Montreal. It houses the Allen Memorial Institute.
Matt Stuck in Time says, what's up with rumors involving Mountain Dew and cum? I don't know. This is just what someone told me. That few people have told me that Mountain Dew, guys who drink a lot of Mountain Dew, cum tastes nasty. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're sick in the head. I don't know.
Institute of Psychiatry of McGill University. It was here that the CIA funded a series of experiments, severe experiments. The work was done by the...
Commander 47 says, Billy, do you want to be brainwashed or have a lobotomy? I'll take the fucking brainwash. Like, we're probably all a little brainwashed, right? Like, the lobotomy is completely... It kind of keeps you from ever having an escape. At least with a brainwash, you can get dirty again.
The Institute's then director, Dr. Ewan Cameron. It is the closest experimentation to brainwashing yet disclosed.
RTRT says you just hadn't met any cool girls yet. Billy, cool girls eat all the cummies. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe they're not telling me how gross my daddy's cummies are, and they're just trying to make me think it's sweet and delicious when really it's rancid. But I like to believe that it's not, because I do an oil check every once in a while and taste my own brand. It's not bad at all.
His work, unprecedented in psychiatry, consisted of 3 areas which he called sleep therapy, psychic driving, and the ultimate depatterning. Dr. Maurice Dongier, current head of the Allen Memorial Institute.
In his psychic driving, so-called...
Oh, is this Project Paperclip in action right here? Blasian says they all gross and you can't change my mind. Blasian, for one, you sound like a petulant child who won't eat anything other than macaroni and cheese. And 2, if you've had enough to tell me they're all gross and you're not a swallower, you're a liar. I guarantee you, if you've had enough to really give a batch test of all being gross, you'd be swallowing by now. After a while, you don't want to deal with all the mess. So you just swallow it because you don't want to have to change your clothes. You don't want to have to wash your makeup off because you got blasted on your face. I guarantee you, you have not had enough to make that statement of they're all gross. You probably had 1 or 2 Mountain Dew drinking dudes, and you think that's enough to turn you off. Yeah, I understand. You had some really poorly prepared broccoli once, and now you hate vegetables. But that's not the vegetables' fault. That's your fault for settling after a couple of poor experiences. And that's just the way it is.
Type of therapy, he would give the patient intensive electric.
Little Da Vinci says, saying that cool girls like all the cummies is some next level Predator shit. Good old YouTube. Is it Predator shit, Luna? I think that it's a I think it's a misogynistic statement that obviously has no proven truth. I don't know if it's Predator. If it's Predator, then I guess every person who's ever been crass and wrong is a predator. And that pretty much means everybody but me is a predator.
Treatment in order to make the patient regress deeply.
This is where Zed becomes the true sweet boy. And Zed has already said Zed's done buy stuff and whatever. Like he's probably eating their good share of cum. Zed says, cum tastes good when you love someone enough to eat their cum. And I think that's the only thing. But I digress here because there's a ton of girls I know that don't love but swallow that cum because they don't want to make a mess. That's all it is. Comes down to making a mess. That's just grooming? I don't know about that. But maybe.
become forgetful.
Secret ingredient to good tasting cum is love. See?
Attempt to implant new ideas.
Vecna Simpson's my boyfriend semen would be nasty if I didn't love him, not gonna lie. Damn, Vecna, I can't believe. Tell him to stop drinking Mountain Dew. Feed him some pineapple. Luna says, sorry if you taste nasty. I'm spitting it out in your face. See? You're just a fucking brat, which is perfectly fine too. I don't have to worry about things like that because I have sweet boy fucking candy cum. But if you did spit it out in my face, I would catch it in my own mouth, give it a swirl, and spit it right back into your mouth, smacking your golly gooper as I do it, so you have no choice but to swallow in response, and you be taking some twice-baked potatoes, okay?
In the mind of the patient.
Now, to a layman, it would appear that Dr. Cameron was trying to take the slate and wipe it clean, the slate being the mind. In other words, brainwashing.
Exactly, that's a very good comparison.
Brainwashing.
Yes.
In other words, that's a very good comparison.
Val
Yes.
Orlico of Winnipeg, Canada, the wife of a member of the Canadian Parliament, was a
Feed
patient
me,
of Dr.
Seymour.
Cameron's. She entered the Allen Memorial Institute
Feed
because of
me,
severe
semen.
depression. She describes for the first
Feed
time
me,
publicly
Seymour.
the LSD therapy
Billy Boogie
and
still drinks Mountain Dew.
psychedriving
What should he do?
that she was given by Dr. Cameron.
Blow his load on the girl's back, or care for her enough where she chugs down his biscuit and gravy sour skittle ejaculate?
Things became very furry.
Yeah, sorry, Vecna Simp. I am gonna shut up now. This woman looks like she's got a good story. I want to hear it.
And very frightening, and had a lot of sensations that it's very difficult to recall. Nobody explained it to me. Nobody ever asked me if I was willing to do it or anything.
He had this feeling that he would be able to get through the resistance of illness and to reach deep changes very quickly.
Did he?
I don't think that when you look at that in retrospect, the hopes that he have been in any way fulfilled.
But Cameron would plunge on. The next step was what he called psychic driving. This involved almost endless tape-recorded messages and more drugs for the patient. Cameron wrote that this was the way to make direct controlled changes in personality.
I thought this was the coldest and most impersonal treatment that anybody could give to anybody in the world. And I became more and more despondent and more angry. I just became so despondent that I thought I can't live like this any longer. And I thought I would just go out and throw myself underneath the cars on McGregor.
I wonder if she's a plant saying that she wanted to do this so they could cover up for the CIA throwing people out of windows to make it seem like, yeah, a survivor said they wanted to do this too. If you guys ever want to do this while you were on acid, maybe it is a regular feeling. I don't know. Remember the live stream where I got drunk and ordered pizza? That was fun. Vecna Simpson's my boyfriend brainwashed me, not going to lie. You must have loved that. You must have enjoyed every moment of that. I should come. I should do a Canadian tour. I want to go back to Vancouver, BC so badly. It's been over 10 years since I've been there. I got so many friends there. I used to go there like 3, 4, 5 times a month when I was doing the wrestling stuff with my boys. When I was doing the wrestling stuff with my boys. And I've never gone to Toronto. I've never gone outside of Vancouver. I got to make this new album so that I can promote it, make it popular, and get booked in clubs. Ayo.
Jigoreth donated $15. Get some Qdoba and a large code red for them bussin' sweet diabetic kumis.
You think the code red will make them bussin' sweet? I don't know about that. I don't really know about that. I don't know.
I stood on the curb of that street and I stood there and I thought, okay, go. Okay, go. And then I thought, what if you're not killed? What if you're just maimed? What if you don't die and you live and you can't even talk anymore? and I couldn't do it.
The most severe technique Cameron used was deep.
Do it from Ozzy says, does he read his YouTube messages? Does YouTube have messages anymore? There used to be like YouTube, you'd send messages to people and like YouTube like had a little inbox for messages. Does that shit exist anymore?
Patterning. He described it as breaking up the existing patterns of behavior by means of intensive electroshock.
Matt says, Billy, how do I rate your video? I don't know how. Is there a thumbs up thing on the screen? I don't know what you mean. Thinking before doing things. Nobody thinks, Luna. Nobody thinks anymore. They deleted it a few months ago? Damn. Damn. If you guys want to message me, at Billy the Fridge on Twitter, at Billy the Fridge on Instagram, at not Billy the Fridge on Cash App. Sorry, I just farted. If you heard that on the microphone, I apologize.
Therapy with prolonged periods of sleep. He carried out these experiments.
Luna, if you're surrounded by idiots, you don't want to be around them anyways, right? Being lonely is the better option at that point.
Something he called the sleep rooms.
People in there were like babies. They cried and they were very disoriented. And we were very afraid of the sleep room. We used to walk very
this makes me
carefully
so
against
sad.
the side of the corridor that was opposite the sleep room with our backs to the wall when we'd go by.
Cameron used this combined sleep electroshock treatment on patients as long as 30 days. One patient he kept asleep for 65 days. Cameron retired, and his successor, Dr. Robert Cleghorn, ordered a follow-up study on the patients treated with Cameron's depatterning method.
Showed that it was no more beneficial in its result than the use of more conservative methods.
But the follow-up study showed that 60% of those who had been depatterned still had amnesia for periods of anywhere from 6 months to 10 years.
His name,
That's
Jordan
quite a
Peterson.
memory loss, isn't it?
That is a memory loss. Indeed it is. It's more, I think, more than desirable.
In retrospect,
More memory loss
does
than
Dr.
desirable.
Cameron's experimentation and his treatment appear harsh?
I would say yes. I mean, this forceful type of approach that I was describing to you is definitely, it can be said that it's harsh.
I wouldn't call it harsh. I would say it was harder on the staff than it was on the patients, because these people had to be fed and they had to be cared for and they had to be given sufficient fluid and food and toileted and so on and so forth. It was a very difficult thing for the staff to...
I'm pausing really quick. Zed said, the top 5 people you surround yourself with are the average of what you are. And I think that that is probably a basic indicator for people who are highly impressionable. I myself feel like I'm Tom Hanks in the movie Castaway, and every single person I talk to, like every single person I interact with, minus like 1 or 2 people, but every single person I interact with is that Ball Wilson, and they're all just reflections of what I'm thinking. And I have conversations with them, but really I'm having conversations with a fucking volleyball. That's the thing.
To follow these patients properly and see that they did well.
Well, I'm glad he was concerned for the staff. But damn it all, I wouldn't. I could have maybe had a different kind of life.
You should have.
And
poor woman.
That makes me angry and sad, and I don't know how to explain how I feel, really.
Poor woman.
I'm just...
How did you feel when you learned that Dr. Cameron's experimentation was financed by the CIA?
Well, I thought... Oh, I can't even use the word that I thought, because I thought, that bastard. And he was too smart. He knew who he was working for. And, excuse me, but I just, I just can't, sometimes I can't believe it, and yet I know it's true.
If you had the opportunity to say something to the people at the Central Intelligence Agency who financed this study, what would you say?
I realize the CIA is a very important organization and they have a very important job to do. But God, it surely doesn't have to be done on people who are totally incapable of knowing what's happening or having any defense against it.
This video is called Mission Mind Control 1979, available on YouTube. It's pretty interesting. This is 1979 ABC News special report.
And I can't imagine the mentality of people who would do this.
In fact, this says if you eat meat, you technically suck and swallow deceased animal's dick, which, I think that's a really weird technical leap. But if animal dick tasted good with barbecue sauce, I'd suck it.
I just can't.
As for Dr. Cameron, he died in 1966 while mountain climbing. A colleague wrote of Cameron, "For him, the ends justified the means. And when one is dealing with the waste of human potential, it is easy to adopt this stance." Dr. Cameron seemed ideally suited for what the CIA had in mind.
Thank you, Small Gok. Says, looking well, William. Proud of you. Appreciate you. I definitely looked better pre-pandemic, and I need to get back to my pre-pandemic weight and even lower because I realize now. What's up, Anthony Malecki? How you doing? I realize now that I am not as agile as I was before the pandemic, and that bothers me. I'm getting too old for this shit. Mission Mind Control. ABC News Special Report.
America is adapting to the shape of things to come. Triumph TR7 with 5-speed transmission.
Tripped off a motherfucking mountain, man.
Wide steel belted radials, front disc brakes, front end spoiler, rack and pinion steering.
Rack and pinion steering.
TR7. No other.
Is this the car that they were making fun of on The Simpsons? The Triumph? It's so funny. What a commercial.
Car looks like it. No other sports car drives like it. Triumph TR7. The shape.
Hey, don't worry. They just got lucky. I'm sorry. I let us down. Forget it. We'll beat them next week. No, I really let us down. Come on. How about a Michelob Light, huh? Michelob makes a light beer? Sure.
Michelob makes a light beer? Sure. They just had the whole Michelob Light gimmick. It was in a first class, and they were the first class airline waiting room, and the woman had the Michelob Light. Now these guys are like at a pub at a country club or something. They got their fucking sweater neckerchief necked polo under the sweater thing going. They're trying to really sell Michelob Light to a higher class. What's up, Candyman?
The good taste of Michelob Light. Don't just compare it to other light beers. Compare it to your regular beer. It's that good.
This Michelob Light is great. Hey, you know what our real problem was today? Yeah, you were terrible.
Good taste runs in the family.
Oh, yeah, this stupid fucking slogan. Good taste runs in the family. Why are they having a family beer commercial? So fucking weird. I guess the way we look at family now, we look at it more of the parents and kids. In the 80s, maybe the kids weren't really cared about. The family was supposed to be like you and the parents that you were trying to prove you were better than because it was yuppie era 80s. We're turning into the yuppie era. It's alcohol for the whole family. Your daughter's gonna become an alcoholic and run the streets for the family.
The many roles I play call for many hairstyles.
So I use hot curlers, blow dryers, things that can be brutal to hair. I switched from one conditioner to another looking for help. Then came Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment. It works just like a sour hot oil treatment, but takes less time and money. I just heat a tube, smooth it in, and shampoo. My hair's left silky, shiny.
Yeah, that head grab at the end where the guy grabbed the guy's head at the fucking bar. That was strange, dude. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to slightly dominate you and caress your head because you told me I was poured golf. You like her deep voice? Yes, I'm Julia Childs, who would like to have a delicious romp with me in my Sunday best. I can't do a deep girl voice. I tried.
Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment.
Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment.
Thursday.
I'll never switch again.
Things over this morning.
There's a scandal in the 12th when Wojo gets a roommate.
Hi.
Oh, damn, Wojo.
I'm a prisoner of my biological urges.
Sorry to hear that. Then authorities say this Texas motorcycle gang murdered a federal judge.
Oh, damn.
They're always scared of something they don't understand, and they don't understand us, so they're scared.
Geraldo Rivera investigates dope, death, and the banditos on 2020.
Hey.
Thursday starting at 9, 8.
That's a good night, too. Barney Miller, 2020, Dope Death, and the Banditos. Let's go.
It was the Cold War, and especially the trial of Joseph Cardinal Mindszenty, who was forced to testify in a Hungarian court that he was a spy. And then later, the Korean War, with the coerced and mainly fraudulent confessions of American servicemen.
My information took place on the...
That would spark intense interest in intelligence circles about brainwashing. The CIA secretly commissioned a study of communist brainwashing methods at the Cornell University Medical Center. A leader of that study was Dr. Lawrence Hinkle. He explains first the Russian method of controlling and breaking a person.
Absolutely isolated from everyone else, with one man whose job it is to get you to write the extent to which you are a criminal. In this setting, you can get people to do most anything, do you see? Because you don't have to lay a hand on them. And by the time you get through and you go up before the judge, the fellow says, were you a spy? He says, yes, I was a spy. The Chinese never really had this kind of a state police system.
Literally just talking about riling up a crowd to get them to commit a crime. Wow. Wow.
They would get him in, and all this fellow does is ask you to write, rewrite, and talk to him about your whole life.
Graduated from pilot training in 1949.
While the purpose of the study was to find out about communist brainwashing techniques, CIA documents show that the agency was interested in developing mind control methods of its own to precondition and control Chinese living in this country to be sent back to their homeland as CIA agents. What do you think they were looking for?
Well, I think they weren't looking for agents or anything like that.
Yet the agency's perception of the work you were doing, in CIA documents we have examined, it says that the project that was being done here, they intended to use everything learned about the new agents to induce them to, quote, to perform acts of a complex, purposeful nature.
Yeah, but that was
the
never
effects
done.
of which may be out of keeping with the individual's
That
previous
sort
behavior.
of thing was never done. Those people were not, that was, when they first came here, the first people they sent up to see us, you see, were operational type people from the CIA with some rather wild ideas.
Okay, this is their perception of it, if I could just
No, it
continue.
wasn't their perception of it either.
No, I don't want to hear that perception. No.
Previous consciously expressed intentions and interests contrary to the good of the individual and subversive to the goals.
Now here, you're not gonna come at me with facts or logic, you see. I'm gonna tell you how it was and you're going to listen. Because it's not my job to tell you the truth. It's my job to control the narrative. This is such a character right here. We don't talk about Bruno, no.
Yeah, I understand all this talk. But the situation was, you see, those things were never done because of wise people on both sides. We not able to do this nor interested in it.
They were, though.
Some of the low-level people were, but the high-level people were not, to tell you the truth.
But documents clearly show that the CIA was attempting to develop agents over whom they had as much control as possible. Agents who would perform tasks contrary to their own good.
Normally conditioned American who's been trained to kill and then to have no memory of having killed. His brain has not only been washed, as they say, it has been dry cleaned.
Is a Manchurian candidate, controlled by others to do things against his will, possible?
It was a remarkable film because, as far as I'm concerned, it made something totally impossible seem absolutely credible.
I would say the answer is yes, but there are many qualifications to that.
Dr. Milton Klein, a psychologist, a clinical and experimental hypnotist, and unpaid consultant to the CIA.
The qualifications would be the subject selected to produce the kind of behavior that you wish, the amount of time, the procedures that are utilized, and the motivations of the people who are designing, executing, and administering the procedures. You're asking whether an individual can be, under hypnosis, influenced, coerced, persuaded, shaped to perform an antisocial act, or a destructive act, or an act of violence. My answer would be yes.
Yes. You can literally be conditioned into doing something violent very simply.
Will you be good enough to lend Raymond your pistol, please? Yes, ma'am. Thanks, Ben. Sure, kid. Shoot Bobby, Raymond. Through the forehead.
Yes, ma'am.
Fuck.
How valuable a tool can hypnosis be in the intelligence field?
None whatsoever. It has absolutely no use because nobody's ever been able to do that I know of, do it in an operationally feasible way. I'm not in any way saying that hypnosis doesn't take place. I'm not saying there's nothing to it.
I would say that most government agencies concerned with intelligence operations...
Matt Stuck in Time donated $16. Happy early birthday, sweet boy. Have some Chipotle on me. Or better yet, some real Mexican food.
I might have some real Mexican food, but I like Chipotle because it is good on the keto diet. That's why I go there. It's not even about quality, you know, real Mexican food. If I go to a real Mexican place, the chances they bring me out like something with some tortillas on it, I'm gonna want to cheat. I'm gonna want to eat. Like the plate's probably gonna have some stuff that's not part of my diet, right? That's the problem. That's really why I go to Chipotle. I'm not some fucking psycho that's like, Chipotle is the best Mexican food you could get. It's just that Chipotle is good portion control and ingredients I choose that will not go against my keto. My keto. That's why I do that.
Looking to hypnosis as a tool for a variety of purposes, one of which is to carry out and to execute certain intelligence operations on a basis where they would not have to rely completely on some of their own emotional reactions.
So here's the deal, guys. I was going to end this stream after this show, and I was going to wait to pee until after this episode. I'm going to play a Billy the Fridge music video while I go pee-pee, okay? You guys ready to watch a music video while I go pee-pee?
Yeah. This one goes out to all my wizards. Straight West Coastin'. I used to hang at the cool kids table, now I skip my lunch. You can find me fighting bears with a savage punch. Drafting rares with some squares, and I have a hunch I'ma slap your elder dragon in a camel clutch. Cast a bunch of counter spells, I'm going kamikaze. Jump off Urza's tower, elbow dropping in Eldrazi. You playing proxy? That's cute, I'm pimping power. I'm a warrior, ain't fazed by you freaking cowards. I'm spending spending hours locked up in a comic shop. It's Friday night, I'm trying to fight. Your angel gets atomic drop. Come off the top, mass destruction, wrath of God. Void winnower, you can't even. Got you acting odd. Attack the squad, you passed the turn with untapped islands. Got blue man and teardrops running down my eyelids. I came for violence, not permission, force or will. If I catch you slipping, I'll be splinter twinning for the kill. Tap, tap, tap to attack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. Crack, 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 crack another pack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. I'm running out of cash, I'ma have to charge. Spend my rent money on some magic cards. I'm running out of cash, but I'm living large. Spend my food money on some magic cards. Flew out to Vegas, threw out my entire plan. Play so much burn, they had to call the fireman. Try your hand, I eat your tarmogoyf with hot sauce. Catch me tapping these happy trees, Bob Ross. Cranko mob boss swarming in a horde of tokens. Goblin storm, need I warn you, it's sorta broken. The cork is open, champagne pouring victory. Plus I cracked an expedition. Get to sleep, tap, tap, concede. Tell me how does losing taste? A little salty, sorry about your stupid jace. I'm using haste, stay sharper than a thumbtack. You tell Reddit posted pictures posing by my bum crack. I don't want that. Come on, you lack focus. You're a squire, I'm on fire, I'm a black lotus. Last notice, if I lose, this isn't stable. I'm mana screwed, and your root, dude, I'm flipping tables. Tap, tap, tap to attack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. Crack, 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 crack another pack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. I'm running out of cash, I'ma have to charge. Spend my rent money on some magic cards. I'm running out of cash, but I'm living large. Spend my food money on some magic cards. This ain't a game. Actually, it is. I ain't playing. Well, no, you are. And it's a winning, man. That's what I'm saying. Ah, okay, yeah. This ain't a game. No, it actually is a game. I ain't playing. You are playing. That's the point of the game. Is you shuffle the cards. You play the lands. You play the game. You're playing a game. Ah, whatever.
Oh, sorry, I had to pee. This song's not actually on an album. It was released, it's on my Bandcamp, billythefridge.bandcamp.com. It was released as a single, Cardboard Crack. I might put together a compilation of songs that never made it to albums. Maybe throw that up as an EP. That could be a thing. I think I have a couple of them. A few of them. If I count the YouTube songs I made that never got released on albums too. There was a good handful of those. Could go on like a lost tapes. I just want to play Magic Cards with Post Malone. That's all I want in life. Is it too much to ask to play Magic Cards with Post Malone? I'm sure I pooped it out. That Magic card I ate. All right, back to the crazy Mission Mind Control episode from ABC's Special Report, 1979. Post Malone. What a Malone. Post Malone.
Reactions. Actually, they entail murder. It could, if you consider that an act of killing someone under circumstances of war is murder. I think one has to define what that means.
Under circumstances of peace.
Under circumstances of peace, it would be murder.
Another former CIA agent says that Fidel Castro at one time was considered as a possible target for a Manchurian candidate.
Castro was naturally our discussion point. Could you get somebody gung-ho enough that they would go in and get him? But if you have 100% control of a guy, you have 100% dependency. If something happens and you haven't programmed it in, you've got a problem.
So in the end, it was decided that a Manchurian candidate was not feasible. But the search for mind control continued. But could the mind be controlled? Perhaps not. But is human behavior predictable? In this area, the CIA did make a significant breakthrough. A personality assessment system designed by the agency's chief psychologist, John Gittinger. It comes close to being able to predict how humans will behave.
It's really a descriptive system, an attempt to try to describe personality in a relatively systematic way so that hopefully you can get some kind of an idea to predict what the behavior between different kinds of individuals.
Gittinger's system had many uses in intelligence work. One was to draw personality portraits of world leaders. Using Gittinger's system, the agency concluded the Shah of Iran is a brilliant but dangerous megalomaniac whose basic problems resulted from an overbearing father. And there were other applications. Your assessment staff played a key role in helping other governments pick their police intelligence agencies, including, we've learned, the Korean CIA, Uruguayan National Police. Can you tell us about this?
Can you tell us about this? No, I will not.
Marks, the former #2 CIA man in Uruguay.
I just saw a message online. There's a $300 entry fee, $300 entry fee, Magic the Gathering tournament scheduled for September 3rd and 4th in Los Angeles. The winner gets a unlimited Black Lotus, among other things. And it says they have room for 200 players. Should I get together $300 for entry fee, another $600 to fly down to Los Angeles, get a hotel, and compete in the high-stakes Commander tournament? Would that be stupid?
Told me how in 1966, John Gittinger and an assistant traveled down to Uruguay and gave the tests in order to select members of the Uruguayan intelligence service.
There's room for 200 players. There's 200 players available to play. $300 a piece. That would be stupid. Do it. I know, right? 4th place gets Imperial Seal. Like the top 4 get good ass prizes, but that's about it. There's a guaranteed $30,000 prize pool. Damn, son. Damn, son. 200 players. You guys are going to fight. If you want to fight, we can fight.
A psychologist who used to work for the CIA told me in 1961 he personally traveled to South Korea as part of an American CIA effort to set up the Korean CIA and to give the personality tests to candidates for the Korean CIA to choose the best man for their secret police.
But one of the basic functions of Gittinger's system was finding the vulnerabilities of an agent, a double agent, or a potential agent. In its applicability to intelligence work, isn't the PAS system looking for a person's soft spot?
Well, of course, the answer to that is yes, but I hasten to say soft spot. This is what I consider a negative word.
Of the hundreds of behavioral projects undertaken by the CIA, Gittinger's appears to have been one of the more successful and more conventional. Other experiments were not as conventional. Neurophysicist Dr. Jose Delgado was financed by the Office of Naval Research. In this experiment, the bull is sedated. Electrodes are implanted in its brain. Delgado transmits an electronic impulse to the center of the bull's brain. Delgado has remote control of the animal. Recently released CIA documents refer to the feasibility of remote control of animals and that special investigations will be conducted toward the application of selected elements of these techniques to man. Other areas were examined through the 60s and 70s. Brain surgery, psychosurgery, creation of amnesia.
Yeah, Mar-a-Lago got raided by the FBI. We talked about it earlier on Drunken Peasants earlier today. We did an early DP today. That's what I'm streaming right now from the home.
Psychology, manipulation of genes. Even though past and present CIA officials have indicated this kind of work ended in 1963. And one of those who took part in these programs.
Thank you, sir.
In 1977, a Senate subcommittee heard testimony from many of them, but the testimony was not that revealing. According to one of them, they agreed amongst themselves to keep the inquiry within bounds that would satisfy the committee. Former narcotics officer Charles Siragusa says that he was asked to limit his testimony
Chucky
by the man he
Siragusa.
reported to at the CIA.
He wanted me not to say anything.
To perjure yourself.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, either that.
What's up,
I'd
Spidey
have to
Roo? How
perjure
you doing?
myself or take the Fifth Amendment, and I'm not about to take the Fifth Amendment for anybody.
Okay. Former CIA chemist Robert Lashbrook testified he had no first-hand knowledge of the agency-run safe houses when, in fact, he supervised one of them. There was very little.
He testified he had no knowledge when, in fact, he supervised one of them. Yeah. Oh, there's about 5 minutes left in this. I've kind of gotten the steam taken out of it all. It was the first half an hour was very interesting. If you guys are looking at me and I'm just kind of sitting here watching, trying to get back in the rhythm of the video, and it's hard after I pissed.
And according to George White's diaries, was at a safe house.
John Dose's Billy, did you make a cameo in the new Clerks movie? No, I wish. You know how bad I wanted to? So bad.
When White conducted what he called an LSD surprise experiment. Dr. Sydney Gottlieb, whom we recently filmed near his California home, oversaw many of the CIA behavioral programs. He retired in 1973 and destroyed the records of this work. In sort of a valedictory letter, Dr. Gottlieb wrote that he and his colleagues had been able to maintain contact with the leading edge of developments in the field of biological and chemical control of human behavior. Dr. Gottlieb also testified before the Senate subcommittee, but from an anteroom where he could not be filmed because of what his lawyer termed health and cardiac problems. Dr. Gottlieb declined ABC News' request for an interview. And what of George White, the man who helped the agency in so many of its programs? He would retire here to Stinson Beach, California. And shortly before his death, he wrote to his boss at the CIA, Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, and summed up his career by saying, "It was fun, fun, fun. Where else could a red-blooded American boy lie, kill, and cheat, steal, deceive, rape, and pillage with the sanction and blessing of the All-Highest?" Has mind control been achieved?
What the fuck was that?
From all of the available
What was that
evidence,
quote?
It appears doubtful. The human will...
It was fun, fun, fun. Where else could a red-blooded American lie, cheat, murder, steal, pillage, burn villages, mind rape, all by will of the highest power, paid for by the U.S. government? It was fun, fun, fun. Wow, dude.
Has prevailed up to this point. But as we have seen, work is continuing in this field. Work that we still don't know very much about. How deeply are the Russians and other dictatorships into all of this? We really can't say, and the CIA is reluctant to give out information about it. But the basic question remains, what place does all of this have within a democracy? One final point should be made. As one of the persons who worked on these programs told us, we are very capable, conscientious, and very dedicated scientists working for our country. Their work speaks for itself. This is Paul Altmaier for ABC News. Good night.
Good night.
Here's a great idea.
This came out in 1979.
Hair curler. It's Vanish Bowl Freshener.
Mission Mind Control.
Snap. Snap it under the rim and it
1979.
freshens two ways. It's always there to freshen.
Snap.
When
I gotta get me one of those.
Extra deodorizer and detergents are released, working best when and where you need it. When the bowl's fresh, the bathroom's fresher.
Snappy idea. Vanish Bowl Freshener.
Vanish for a cleaner bowl and a fresher bathroom.
a fresher bathroom. See, we got about
What do doctors recommend for pain today? This report
just over 2 minutes
doctors'
left of
number one
commercials.
choice is the pain reliever in
I think it'll be
Anacin.
commercials to take us out.
5 million recommendations last year for pain of headache, backache, minor arthritis, and muscle ache. The ingredient in Anacin is the doctor's number one choice. Anacin is strong, a special combination of medical ingredients free of stomach upset for millions everywhere. The ingredient in Anacin, doctor's number one choice.
Doctor's number one choice.
Stay tuned for local news next. Then live from the Johnson Space Center in Houston, ABC News will track the approach of Skylab as it nears re-entry. Skylab, the final hours. Right after Twiggy and Dirk Benedict of Battlestar Galactica star in I Want Her Dead on the Tuesday Movie of the Week tonight on ABC.
On ABC. I'm going through the acid trip right now. Tonight on ABC.
This has been a presentation of ABC News.
Still the one. ABC.
Skylab nears its final orbit. An arrest in the kidnapping of that newborn baby. A rock star sentenced for income tax evasion. And a local gymnast talks about her winning performance in San Juan. News 7 is next.
We were concerned about our monthly electric bills, so we called Pepco for
News
help.
7 was
They
lit
sent us
that
this
night.
Energy-wise home audit. Just take a few simple measurements and answer the questions. Then mail them back to Pepco. Then Pepco will, free of charge, analyze your
R.I.P.
home
Skylab.
energy use and send you back a list of recommended changes to help you save money on your bills. Write today for Pepco's Energy-wise home audit to help.
There goes the commercials. Maintain radio silence. Fade to black. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There you had it. Do, 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 do. Marsha Clark investigates the first 48 Billionaires Boy Club. This is that woman that they were talking to with the brainwashing. This is the Fifth Estate, 1984. Former patients sue U.S. government, 1984. Interesting. H.G. Wells' Time Traveler full documentary. Program of the Nation free full documentary. We are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. We are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. What's the new TikTok trend? Blasian. We're living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Living in a material world, and I am a material girl. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground, is where I spend most of my days. All right, to cap this stream off, let's consult the AI robot artist again. Let's take a look at the fucking Mid-Journey. See what other people are doing. Try and mimic some of their stylings. What are some things we should do here, guys? What should we try? Jesus Christ. Octane render. That's a good one. I like the way that looks. Anime girl with pink and white hair. Can see sky through windows. This guy's really going with the anime girl gimmick. Hi, I'll be your anime girl. I'll be your precious little anime girl. Gem City overrun by elves? Where the fuck are the elves? I'll be your little anime girl. Dirty Harry? Oh, fuck. It's kind of dope. I like how the skulls don't look exactly human. Hey, Facebook, I invited you over for dinner. Let's go. She trying to smash. Beautiful Mexican girl with long pastel purple hair, green sparkles, makeup, lip gloss. And this is what the AI is like. This is what beauty looks like. You're like, okay, AI, I see you now. Hey, get yourself a pack of magic. Thank you, Anthony, for the $5 baller.
Anthony Malecki funded $5. Get yourself a pack of magic, sweet boy.
Crack, 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 another pack. I'm addicted to the cardboard crack. Let's go to a different, there's something here called characters. What do they say about characters? Finn from Adventure Time is a Jedi in Star Wars. I like to look at what other people do and what commands they use to get there. That's kind of crazy. Male zombie screaming. This actually looks dope. I'm literally just going to steal this exact thing. You see how that looks and see what they give me if I steal the exact thing. I just want to see how my AI learning compares to his. I don't think you can post a link to the Facebook AI bot here. I don't think it's set up for links. What are my thoughts on orange juice? I was always an apple juice guy. I used to love apple juice when I was a little young chat. LTD60 says, do you ever read chat? I think I do, yeah. I think I do. Do you see what I see while I'm reading chat now? Okay, we are 72% of the way done with this one. I'm going to go back over here to the main room. I think I lost the fucking OG, didn't I? I really should have opened original on that little tootie. There he is. There's the original. And let's take a look at what they made me. Open original. So I have it now. Actually, let me pull open this here. Pull this here so we can link over if we have to. Living in a material world. I am a material girl. See what Midjourney gave me to work with. I put the exact same prompt this guy had. You're living in a material world. For you are a material girl. The close-up one's actually kind of wild. So I like putting the things together so I can kind of see what they give to other people versus, hey, I love you too, LTD60. Baby boy. Let me see if I can pull open the other scene. So this will compare this guy's art. God damn it. This is him. What this guy was able to get out of that fucking thing, which I think looks badass, right? Then you go to me, and this is what we got. This one here with the eyes is kind of chill. This tall thing here is kind of chill. I don't know, though. I feel like that guy had a way better outcome. All right. I think we're going to do one more transition and then call it a noche for the stream. Chipotle ain't going to eat itself, Papa. Is this something you want to pay for? Pay for what? The raid? We don't have any choice over what we pay for with our taxes anyways. I'm not going to get fucking mad that they're raiding Trump. Because I'm an idiot for believing I had any control over that anyways. This is kind of tight. God King with a crown of flame sitting upon a throne of black glass. Octane render 8K. I'm going to copy this shit. I'm going to try and describe the most delicious sandwich. Let's see if we can create the most epic, delicious sandwich. All right. Let's see. Imagine club sandwich with pumpernickel bread. Stacked tall. Ham, cheese, turkey, tomato, lettuce, garlic aioli. A pimento olive. Let's see. On a toothpick. Sticking out of the top. And all that other bullshit. See this world's most epic sandwich. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. The AI will create the world's most epic sandwich for me. Excellent. We've finally broken the AI, my friends. Look at this. It's rendering in mouth-watering fashion. The AI is creating a sandwich of epic proportion. You yourself would love to eat this sandwich, but you must exist in the AI, the digital age, to have a delicious AI sandwich. We're 31% of the way to this delicious AI sandwich. Is there a sandwich inside of a sandwich? Is it trying to render a sandwich inside of a sandwich here? Damn, dude. I don't know what's going on here. I tried to make the world's most perfect sandwich. I think I might have stumbled on something far more nefarious. I should have put sliced tomato because it looks like they're trying to pack little tomatoes in the sandwich. I kind of mother effed myself on this one. Guys, I think I might have mother effed myself on this. 71%. These are Russian nesting sandwiches. No big deal. I bought these headphones like a year and a half ago, and I pulled them out of the box today because my other headphones broke. And the ones I've been using are green, but they don't go well with the green screen. These are just a little too small for my ears. 87% for the world's most perfect sandwich. You guys ready to see this sandwich? The fuck is on top of these sandwiches? This one looks like there's some French fries on it. The meat almost looks like some crustacean Do any of these look good to you? It's the golden fish. Like there's fucking octopus eggs falling out of it. I don't know about this, guys. So what happens here is you pick one of these sandwiches, and then they will either give you 4 variations of this sandwich, or you can master the sandwich to make a bigger image. There's the top left. This is the one I'm putting my hand over. We'll say this one's 1. This one's 2. Are you following the bouncing ball? This one's 3. And this one's 4. Okay? Can you follow? Do you want 1, 2, 3, or 4? Give me a vote, guys. We got to go for 1, 2, 3, or 4. So far, we're going with 1s. These looks like it's 1s across the board. What we're going to do is we're going to take the 1. We're going to give variations of the 1. We're going to see what happens with these variations. For the AI is making the greatest sandwich of all time. Annie V with the 2. Interesting. Interesting. It's the Gordon's Fisherman. The fuck is going on down here? All right. Okay. The variations, did they fuck it up? What do you guys think? Did any of these variations come out better or worse? They put this one on a round ass plate. But that looks like an MC Escher sandwich. Like, I don't see how that one's cut in a way that can be eaten. I don't know, dude. Bottom right with it looks like there's cheese on it. Here we go. This one's 1. This one's 2. This one's 3. And this one's 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Seeing a lot of 4s here. 4 is good. Everybody's saying 4. All right, we're going to take 4. We're going to go for 4. We're not going to do another variation on 4. We're going to upscale 4. We're going for it. I try, but I can't hold on. Let's see what happens when we upscale the 4. If we get a really good sandwich or not. Upscale that 4 for me. For me. Ladies and gentlemen, the AI is creating the most beautiful, delicious sandwich. I told the AI, in all of its infinite wisdom, not to solve world peace, not to find cures for the ailments of our people. I told the AI to make me the world's most perfect sandwich. And I do believe they delivered. Imagine this combined with matter synthesizers for real, right? That shit would be fun and fresh. All right, ladies and germs. A long, long time ago, F.R. Daniel. It's been a long, long time ago. Send it to Master Chef. Don't you think I should just create this sandwich now that the AI told me what the most perfect sandwich was? That right there is a YouTube video trying to appropriately copy whatever this is. The AI created the most perfect sandwich, but I couldn't taste it, for I was not a robot. So I went across the world with the singular intent to create the robot's dream, the perfect sandwich. You got a truck stop Sbarro? Well, that's probably not too bad either. Is that a mac and cheese bread crust? See, I definitely think that this bread crust, I don't know if there's mac and cheese, but there is like some sort of cheese grilled onto that sumbitch, right? I feel like we're dealing with 1, 2, 3 layers of bread. We have lettuce. We have maybe, is that a capricole to give that redness? Feels like there's something there spicy, like something red. There's some turkey in there. I see some golden areas that maybe might be a mustard. There's a garlic aioli, is what I said, but I don't know if that's what it delivered. Some hard salami, some crushed lobster claw. Oh my God. That'd be fucking wild. Some bacon. I wonder if this sandwich could be reproduced. Do we have the power? Do we have the technology? I do not know. But there you go, guys. The AI created the perfect sandwich. Well, obviously, I can't tell if it's perfect because I can't taste it. But it does look nice. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I believe every night and day I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I don't know the rest of the song. This is definitely not keto friendly in real life, but in the motherfucking digital realm, there's no carbs in digital realm. Reuben, supreme of the gods. Okay, y'all. I'm going to shuffle loose this mortal coil. We've been live for 2 hours, 53 minutes, and 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 seconds, 33 seconds. I can count forever because the seconds just keep going if I keep counting. But I can't do it. I have to stop at some point. See me running through that open door. Thank you, Andrew Morley. I didn't know the lyrics. Do another image, please. John Doe, I was going to leave, but if we want to do one more image, we have to make it worthy. What's the last image going to be? I hope R. Kelly wasn't telling us he downed Leah's plane, that motherfucker. Hey, thank you, FR Daniel. Cheers. If we're going to do one more image, we got to figure out what the hell it's going to be. Cobb's food hack? I don't know if it will even pull up King Cobra JFS. Let me type in King Cobra JFS real quick. Just see what it does with King Cobra JFS. No, this is definitely not going to be King Cob's here. Holy shit, this is actually scary. Oh my God. If I could put time in a bottle. Okay, I'm going to reveal this once it's done loading. You can see part of it's behind my neck here. When you type in King Cobra JFS, you get this gauntish-looking king faded into a castle of ill existence and a pyramid of solitude and a fallen cavern. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I have an idea for a message or for an image. I'm going to go here. I'm going to find the right I'm going to find the right keywords to give us a good filter style. Let's take this 8K, cut it off at all the gross stuff. Let's put it back into our bot. All right, guys, here goes nothing. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Can you guys guess what I typed? Can you see? Have I given too much? It's just Cheese Man from Mr. Pickles. We are 32% of the way through. Do I still have contact with the BCOGs on any platforms? I talked to Bish the other night. I live with Joe Wisdom. I talk to people pretty regularly. I saw Shawnee when I was in Vegas a couple months ago for Keemstar's birthday. There's some of them in the chat right now. Can you guys tell what I typed in yet? You can kind of read the line up there. I probably shouldn't have put intense stare smiling in, but I figured if they added any sort of image of a face that I would want it to be doing something intense with the face. Why he not here? Joseph living a good life, playing a good lifetime. He's having a good life. All right. This is Shrek Food Truck. Carnival at Dusk. I put in intense stare smiling for some reason. I thought they might try and put Shrek into the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of these should I give some variation to or blow up into a max? Does this one say Shreckle? Is it like shekels for Shrek? The Shreckle? I haven't talked to Croft for a while, but I remember seeing somebody on Facebook had changed their profile to say they were dating him, but I can't remember who. First one? You guys like the first one? The first one I really don't like. You guys really like it? West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. We have a couple of ones. You guys really like one, huh? How about we do, I can see you check around 3 or 4. 4. I kind of like 4 a lot because it's got that old V-dub feel. We're going to give variations of 1, and then we'll also do variations of 4. And we'll see what they produce. The second one looks like a Scooby van. I thought that was the fourth one. The fourth looks like a double-decker. Oh, my God. This Shrek, the number 1, when I variated it, got really creepy. And this one down here is looking a little more chill. Okay, this is the variations of 4. Dude, the mouth on this looks gnarly. It looks like Shrek's eating poop. Come on down, say, come on down to the big old Shrek poop eat. Is it wrong that I like the OGs better? I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of like this one down here. Yeah, 3 actually did spell Shrek. I think I might go with 3 because it spelled Shrek. Let's make 3 upscale 3. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see friends holding hands, singing, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think that's as far out as these will go. Far out, man. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh. Walk on to Electric Avenue. We can get it higher. We're almost done with this truck, and then I'm going to call it a noche, una noche. Been live for over 3 hours. It's a nice, good little stream, considering I had a 2.5-hour stream earlier with DP. What a day to stream. What a good day. It's the Stream Extreme. Can you sing Darude Sandstorm? No, I can't. It's the best I can do. Just fail epically. The van sells guac, mint chocolate chip, and pistachio macaroons. And of course, they have onions. That's a musty little fucking food truck right there. That's a dirty little bitch. It's cute as fuck, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for helping to create the Shrek food truck with me. I'm going to tell everybody that this Shrek food bus is bussing and that they should come by my Shrek food truck and pick up an onion frappe. I think A1's alive. I haven't talked to him for a while, though. I don't know. Haven't heard from him. Everybody have a good night. Thank you for hanging. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, FR Daniel. Cheers. Everybody have a good night.